We are officially live and we are recording this as well for anybody that wants to see this in the future. This is going to be up on our YouTube channel. So you guys are going to be able to access this as well. But of course, we're going to give you a lot of information today. So we're just waiting a few more minutes. I'm going to give it another 2 to 3 minutes and then we can start. I want to make sure everybody has time. I know there's traffic. It's 7 o'clock. There's online traffic. There's usually street traffic, but today it's online traffic.
Today it's online traffic.
Correct. It's Wednesday. We have Labor Day coming up. So that's going to be great.
Yes, 3-day weekend.
Correct. Everybody loves 3-day weekends. We do whatever it takes here to have as much time off.
But yet be there for you.
100%. All right, guys. So we have let's wait about another minute. I'm going to wait for everybody to log on and then we're going to get started.
Oh my gosh, my video is going to be off, but I just want to say hi, Daniel. Hey, my Judy. How are you? Do you know
Hi,
what
we're
Hey,
good. How are
Julia.
you?
Nice to see you, babies. Nice to see you. I can't wait to hear why we should invest in
Hey.
Miami. I think I know, but you never know.
That's
Listen,
right.
we're gonna you're gonna be surprised. We're gonna give you information that you might not know of, which
Brilliant.
I think it's gonna surprise you.
Awesome. All right, you guys. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. And listen, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We're
Will
gonna be
do.
answering questions at the end of the webinar. Okay.
Perfect. I'm on mute. Bye.
Awesome. Actually, let me see if I think I muted all of the participants, but I want to be certain. All righty. Trudy, are you ready to get started?
I am. Do you want to get started now?
Let's get started. I'm ready.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome and thanks to all of you who decided to attend our webinar on why you should invest in Miami. Hi, I'm Judy Palladino, a realtor with eXp Realty, and I'm joined by my beloved colleague, Daniel Horowitz.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Dan. Tonight we have a ton of great information to help make your move to South Florida. We're excited to have the opportunity to present you with some compelling reasons why right here could become your new home. We want to hear your questions, so feel free to put them in the chat. Tell us where you're joining us from tonight. All right.
We got people from all over, actually.
We do.
Yes, we got somebody from Tallahassee.
From Venezuela.
We have Venezuelans as well. We have
Somebody from New York.
We got New York. We got Chicago. We got somebody locally as well.
All right. So let's go over what we're going to be discussing tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about why so many people from around the country and even around the world are flocking to South Florida. Some of the financial benefits, including how much you might need to invest. And we're going to go over the types of properties you can invest in. Then we'll save some time for any questions that came into the chat and give you some answers. And then we're going to talk a little bit about all the exciting perks and advantages of living in Miami or the surrounding areas and why you should invest here too. So let's get started. Daniel, take it away.
All right, everybody. Hello. Good evening. All right. So I'm really excited to share with you guys why our slogan is why. Well, forgive me. Let me start over. Our slogan is we live where you vacation. You're probably thinking, why do we say that, right? I mean, I'm sure you hear it all the time. So first, our tropical climate makes you feel like you're living in the Caribbean resort all year round. And I know you've heard this before also from other people, right? Miami is like the Caribbean of the United States.
Right.
We have very mild winters, but we have very hot summers. You'll never have to worry about shoveling snow, scraping ice off of your car windows for everybody that's up north, and no more chains on your tires. Now, second, we have so many fun activities indoor and out. So let's start with the outdoor activities first. So everyone knows that Miami is known for its beautiful beaches, right? Like the famous South Beach. But did you know that we are also home to one of the largest natural preserves in the United States? It's called the Everglades, where anybody can take an airboat ride, you can see the alligators in their natural habitat, and you can walk through endless trails. There's so many state parks also to explore that offer sports like kayaking and hiking. And then we also have, for ocean lovers, our water sports. So there's deep sea fishing, diving, boating, paddleboarding, and these are just a little bit of what the envy of the world is when it comes to Miami. Now, we also have many outdoor music and art festivals. So we have the largest Latin street festival called Calle Ocho. We have the largest electronic dance music festival called Ultra Music Festival. We have the largest contemporary art fair as well called Art Basel Miami. And we have the Sobe Food and Wine Festival, just to name a few. These combined festivals attract hundreds and thousands of visitors each year. And that's just the tip of the sunray.
That's right, Danny. And if that weren't enough, let me tell you what we have. We have all the national and some international sports all in one place, like the National Football, Basketball, and Hockey Leagues, Major League Baseball and Soccer, even Formula One racing, and the US Open. Are you excited yet? For indoor activities, South Florida has many cultural events like going to the opera, a Broadway show, and we even have several museums, including a children's museum, several art museums, and a science museum with a planetarium and aquarium. South Florida offers so many world-renowned clubs and restaurants, including over 20 that earn Michelin stars. And if you went to a different restaurant every day of the year, you still wouldn't be able to visit all of them. Our nightlife scene with trendy bars and lively music venues caters to all tastes. The bottom line is, from bustling city centers to laid-back beach towns to family-friendly attractions, South Florida has something for everyone. The region not only promises sunshine and endless activities, but also presents a lucrative opportunity to build wealth and secure your financial future, which is why we're here, right? So Daniel will dive into all the financial benefits of investing in the Sunshine State. Danny, take it away.
All righty, Judy. Thank you so much for that valuable information. That was really great. All right. So I know what you're thinking, right? Why should I invest in South Florida? What's all the rage about? So let's start talking about the sunshine in your wallet. So Florida, I know a lot of you don't know this, is one of 9 states that does not have state income taxes. I want to say that one more time. Florida has no state income taxes. Now, that translates into significant savings in the long run, where on average, an investor can save an estimated $10,000 to $20,000 per year on state income taxes, depending on your income bracket. Imagine the compounding effect that these savings have over time. It's pretty awesome. Now, taxes here are also generally lower compared to other high growth coastal areas, like along the east coast of the US and the West Coast as well.
Yes.
Now, I want to talk to you guys about some differences between pre-construction and resales, because this is something that's really important to know. So let's talk about pre-construction first, okay? The benefit here is an early bird benefit. So pre-construction properties offer the potential for significant capital appreciation as the project nears completion. You can potentially secure a property at a lower price compared to its future market value. Now, also, this could equate to an equity increase from 10 to 15%, depending on the location of the property. Keep in mind that buying a brand new property also eliminates the need for maintenance for at least 5 to 7 years, and most are initially covered under a builder's warranty. South Florida real estate continues to outpace the nation, even as the mortgage rates remain around 7%, according to a January 2024 statistic released by the Miami Association of Realtors. So the total dollar value has jumped about 19% year over year.
Whew.
Another great thing, I know that's pretty great, right? Because we're always on the up and up, which is great. That's what everybody's looking for. So there's flexible payment plans. Okay. So many pre-construction developments offer flexible payment plans, which allow you to spread out the down payment over time, including the closing costs. So you don't feel the burden of all of that at once, like a typical first-time home buyer that's buying a regular resale home. Now, resales, right? Let's talk about those. So these are move-in ready properties. They offer the advantage of immediate occupancy. You can start enjoying your investment property and securing the rental income right away. Now, you have an array of options, locations, styles, and price points. So those are big benefits for that type of property. I want to talk to you guys about basic information, okay? Things that you really need to know when you're trying to buy a home. So The average home price is about $650,000, okay? So when it comes to down payment, for pre-construction, we're looking at 30 to 50% down payment. The down payment structure varies depending on the type of the project, and there's a lot of different builder requirements, so you want to keep an eye out for that, okay? For a resale primary or a second home, the average down payment is 3.5% all the way to 25%. But one thing you don't want to forget about is the closing costs. So closing costs are about 3 to 7% of the purchase price. Lastly, you want to consider before you're making your investment that you really want to, if it's a rental property or if it's a second home, you want to open up an LLC. This ensures that you're going to protect your assets and you're going to limit your personal liability. I tell all my clients when they're buying an investment property, you want to do it under an LLC. It's just easier for you in the long run, okay? So that's really important to know. Now, Judy, I want you to talk to us about the different types of investments that there are.
I sure will, Danny. That was a lot of information, a lot of insightful information. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
So there is a lot more to consider when looking for a property. What type of properties can you find here? From luxury waterfront condos to single family homes in vibrant neighborhoods, the diversity of options is impressive. So tonight we're going to go over how to optimize your investment strategy and answer the question on which investment strategy can work best for you, short-term investments or long-term investments. The answer to that can vary depending on your financial goals and the type of properties that you're looking for. Choosing between the two depends on your investment goals and risk tolerance. Here's a breakdown of the pros and cons for each type of investment to help you make a good decision. So first, let's look at short-term rentals. These are the rentals which have terms that are either daily or monthly, basically anything under a year, like your Airbnbs, your VRBOs, which are vacation rentals. What are the pros? Well, the short-term rentals have potential for higher rental income. They can offer higher returns compared to long-term leases, especially during the peak seasons, and for the many tourist destinations and festivals, one can typically earn more than an annual rental can earn. You've got more flexibility in setting rental rates by managing the property either by yourself or through a short-term property management company. Short-term rentals also allow for more frequent turnover, allowing you to adjust the rates based on the seasonal demand. So what are some of the cons? Well, there will definitely be more management involved, including guest communication, cleaning, and maintenance between rentals. A management company can really help take away some of the burden of this, not only making sure that your property is advertised the right way and stays advertised and rented, but also it can help you with rent collections and attending to any maintenance requests and anything in between. So there is a possibility for vacancy rates, which could potentially impact your income, especially during the off season, but you can make up for that shortage during the peak season or catering to the local events like the Super Bowl, the festivals that Daniel mentioned, or sporting events. Or you can try to acquire a short-term rental project that has a projected limited vacancy rate year-round, something like a condo hotel that they guarantee a rental vacancy rate.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about long-term rentals, the other type of investment, which typically means a rental of a year or more. So what are the pros of that? Stable and consistent income is one of them. Long-term leases offer predictable and stable rental income with less fluctuation throughout the year. There is less management required and much less turnover since the tenants are in the contract for at least a year or more. Some tenants even choose to renew their leases every year, which can equate to a good long-term tenant who pays regularly with little issues. You have the potential for lower vacancy rates, being that they're in the property for a year or more. So what are the cons? Well, number one, you have potentially lower rental income. The potential for lower rental income because long-term leases might generate slightly lower income compared to the short-term rentals kind of during that peak season, right? You can't adjust. Second, there is less flexibility in adjusting the rent, meaning the rental prices typically remain throughout the lease term before you can even adjust it. The tenant screening process may take a little longer because finding a qualified long-term tenant may take a little bit more time and effort on your part to find the right fit to live in your property year-round. Determining your personal goals and investment opportunities will be unique to everyone. So now we'll present you with a few different construction projects that you could invest in. Opportunities are coming in the next slides. And Daniel will tell you about his favorite.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Judy. I really appreciate that information. That was great stuff. So now you guys have a better idea between long-term, short-term, pros and cons. Remember that everything has a pro and a con, and everybody has a different desire and a different need. So
That's right.
it's not one thing for everybody, but that way you're aware of what you can do and the options that you have.
Yes.
All right. So I want to introduce to you guys a fantastic new pre-construction project, okay? It's coming to Edgewater, and it's one that I'm super excited about. It's called Edge. So Edge is going to be a 57-story building. It's going to have 600 units, and they're going to range from studios all the way to 2 bedrooms. Now, one of the things I really like about this project, okay, it's a list 0 project. So you're probably thinking, what does list 0 mean, right? It means it's in the early stages and it's taking reservations as we speak. So what does this do? It gives you the opportunity, as I mentioned earlier, to secure the best price and pay the deposits throughout the construction phase rather than all at once. Something that I hear from a lot of clients is, oh my God, there's so much money that I have to put down to buy a home. With the closing costs and everything, it's just a bit much. So they feel strapped a little bit, when they have to buy a property. You don't have that burden when you're buying pre-construction. It's spaced out for you. It's a lot easier for you. And you do it, typically that payment plan lasts for about a year, just so you know. So it's every few months, they're in different phases. And then at the very end is when you give up the difference. So you don't get that inconvenience or that uncomfortableness of doing it all at once.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about the location. So Edge is going to be in Miami's most convenient street, which is called Biscayne Boulevard. Okay. It's adjacent to Margaret Pace Park, which is the highlight of the neighborhood. Edgewater offers a prime spot for outdoor activities. So in Margaret Pace Park, you can play tennis, you can play volleyball, there's basketball, there's a pet area as well. So it's pet-friendly living right on the bay. And one thing I get asked a lot as well, because there's a lot of people that have pets, is where can I walk my dog? You're going to have a park right across the street where you don't have to go far, where all the dogs are going to be able to play together and you're going to be able to, okay? So that's a huge perk. Now, investing in this development presents a unique opportunity for short-term rentals. So it's going to be the only luxury high-rise building in the area that's not going to have rental restrictions. So you're going to be able to Airbnb it. You're going to be able to do daily rentals without any issues. Okay. It makes it a great alternative for people that want to stay in a hotel for weekend getaways. So instead of somebody saying, I want to stay in a hotel for 3 to 4 days, I might just stay in an Airbnb. It's more comfortable for them and it's going to be in a great neighborhood. Now, something that I really like about this project is that the HOA fees, which is the association fees, cover the electricity, which is a rare benefit.
Wow.
And it also covers, yeah, I know, because you don't see a lot of them cover the electric bill,
No.
right? Now, there's also all of the amenities, which obviously is a pool, you have a gym, you have everything that you can think of that a building should have, but it also has something great. It has co-working spaces, which is the way of the future, right? So you see a lot of co-working buildings right now. It's going to have spaces where you're going to be able to work right at home. You're not going to have to leave the building whatsoever. So this is going to be great for somebody that's here for the weekend. They still have to catch up on some work. They're going to be able to do it straight from home. Now, each of the units is going to be fully furnished, right? So it's going to be, I'm talking about down to the carpet, the furniture, the artwork, everything is going to be done, okay? The prices are going to start in the 400,000s, and it's going to make Edgewater a promising investment for anybody in a walkable community, because you're not really seeing these prices, especially in the resale value that you're seeing right now, okay? So, Judy, I want you to talk to us about 1428, which is your favorite pre-construction project.
Yes, it is. Every time I go and see a new construction project, I always come back to this in my mind. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful building, and it's in a great location.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? The residences at 1428 Brickell. This is an ultra luxury condominium, a new construction project in the pre-construction phase, which will be ready in 2027. An example of a purchase now that's sure to increase in value even before you move in, just like those 0 list projects that Danny was talking about. This building is like an urban sanctuary, but it is located in the heart of Miami on Brickell Avenue, one of Miami's most acclaimed addresses, and in the heart of the financial district of downtown. And some people have considered this the Park Avenue of the South. And let me tell you a little bit more about the location, because even though it's on Brickell Avenue, it's toward the residential side. So you get the best of both worlds with this building. You're closer to the residential single family homes on the west side of the street, and then you look east and you're heading downtown. Okay. So this building is going to be made up of a limited collection of 189 exclusive homes. They come fully furnished with all homes facing east and showcasing stunning water views. You can choose between 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units, which are designed to feel much more like single family residences and range in size from 1,800 square feet to 10,000 square feet of living
Holy
space.
crap. 10,000
I know.
square feet? That's going to be serious.
I mean, enormous. With ceiling heights, listen to this, starting from 11 feet to a whopping 30 feet in some select residences. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
All
That's gonna be
units
something
also
else.
come with wide terraces and summer kitchens to relax with your family and friends. Every single unit. Can you imagine? All right, so this is why it's one of my favorite. An unprecedented 80,000 square feet of amenities is dedicated exclusively to the residents, which includes a yoga room and pavilion, golf simulator, beauty and salon suite, a sky spa with an endless pool, a state-of-the-art gymnasium, a pet spa, and a cinema room, just to name a few. I mean, you'll never have to leave the building, I don't think. And for those of you green-minded individuals, this building is the first in the world to offer solar energy. With over 500 photovoltaic glass panels along the west facade, it creates a solar backbone that's comprised of more than 20,000 square feet of energy-producing glass, which will partially power the building, which means that living here, you will be contributing to a more sustainable planet, yet still living in luxury. 1428 is truly a work of art, and the prices start at just $3 million. This project is definitely one to consider. So now, Danny, now that I've told you about my favorite project, tell us a little bit about a really nice project that's coming up in Miami Beach.
All right. So the last project we're going to talk to you guys about tonight, because we don't want to oversaturate you. We're going to give you plenty of information without too much information. Okay. So it's in a completely different neighborhood, which is Miami Beach, right? We're looking at it's on 72nd Street, and it's about 3 blocks away from Collins Avenue. Okay.
Yes.
This project is called 72 Park. It's been the highlight of this neighborhood for the last 2 years. Okay. So it's conveniently located just a few blocks away from Miami Beach, like I said. It's about 3 to 4 blocks away from the beach. It's 22 stories, so it's more of a boutique style building. It's not going to be this big tower. It's going to have 206 luxury units that are going to offer open layouts from studios all the way to 3 bedrooms, and they're all going to be fully furnished as well. So one of the things about a lot of these projects, so you guys know, especially for the short-term rentals, is that they all come fully furnished. You don't have to worry about buying furniture, having anything delivered. Everything is done from the building and the developer. It's all included in the price. There's no additional price for the furniture. Okay? Now, it's going to be the only project in the area, okay, that's going to allow daily rentals with no rental restrictions, meaning you can Airbnb it. Okay. So that means daily rentals. So one perk that this building has for owners only is that it's going to have a private rooftop. It's going to be with a sun deck, and it's going to have dining areas and grills. So it's going to be great for the weekends, for family gatherings, all of that fun stuff. On the bottom, okay, well, first of all, there's going to be multiple restaurants in the building. But the ground floor is going to have a Michelin star restaurant from chef Carlo Marachi. He's going to be opening up his restaurant called Roberta's, which is going to be great. So that building is going to have a Michelin star restaurant in the first floor. Now, the neighborhood is going through a humongous transformation, which a lot of you probably do not know about. So it's going to be a new water park, like 2 blocks down, okay? It's going to have shops, restaurants. It's going to have a huge public garage. So let's say you have guests coming over and they have nowhere to park, they can park in the garage. That's a big plus. I get that question all the time. Is there guest parking? Is there valet parking? You're going to have plenty for everybody to go around, okay?
That's right.
Now, close by, you're going to be really close to North Bay Village. So North Bay Village is another expanding great neighborhood where Lionel Messi, who we all know, Leo Messi, of course, he's going to be bringing a brand new soccer training facility to the area. So that's going to bring incredible growth to that space, okay? The units in this building, they're starting a little bit higher. It's on the beach. So it's 700,000 all the way to 2 million. But the good thing about this project is that it's reached its final construction phase. So it's being delivered this fall. So if you want something right away and you don't want to wait a few years, this is a great project for you right now.
Wow. You know what? That's a great project. I love that project too.
Listen,
It's
we
like-
like all projects. I've liked 1428 since 1428 started.
I know.
I have a friend that's on here that's all about green spaces and green energy. So it's like we have something for everyone. If you want something in Edgewater, that's great. You want to do Brickell, you want to do Miami Beach. These are basically the big highlights of Miami and where really everybody wants to be. And when people come traveling, you know what I mean, from out of state, where do they want to go? They want to go to the beach. They're like, oh, you know what? I want to stay in Brickell. I want to stay close to everything so that I don't have to go anywhere and kind of like, you know, figure out what to do. And then Edgewater has the park in front. You're on Biscayne. You're still close to Miami Beach. So these are all in very conveniently located neighborhoods.
And not only that, like this one on the beach, you just have to cross through North Bay Village where it's undergoing complete construction because of that messy project. And you hop over into the north part of Miami where everything is changing, everything is coming up from downtown. And downtown, if anybody knows this or doesn't know it, they are about to transform the entire downtown. They're going to be building a boardwalk from 36th Street all the way to downtown. You can walk from 36th Street all the way to downtown in just a couple of years. And it's going to be something like European plazas that people are going to be able to gather and view the water and view the boats. It's just going to be one continuous plaza from 36 all the way down.
So piggyback off of that, Judy. So
Yeah.
in downtown, this has been going on for about 3 years already. Miami World Center is going to be there. This is going to be a major shopping plaza that's going to have outdoor shops, restaurants.
Right.
It's going to be great for anybody coming from the Port of Miami, anybody coming in to watch a basketball game, concerts, that kind of thing. It's going to be right in the middle of downtown. So again, but even if you're in Brickell and even if you're in Edgewater, you're still very close to these areas. And these are walkable communities, so you're gonna be able to walk around and enjoy them. And again, it's Miami's going through a major booming transformation that I don't think many people have known about. And it's the reason that everybody wants to come down here.
Exactly. And that's why you see people like Jeff Bezos and, you know, the Trumps and everybody else coming here, you know, Messi. Yeah. All right, listen, these are 3 great projects, but there are a ton more. So I just want to thank all of you for being here with us tonight. And of course, Daniel or myself can help answer any questions that you have about any one of these 3 projects and any other projects that are happening here in Miami or the surrounding areas, because we keep up with the trends. We go visit all the projects and we keep up with the information for you. So if you have any questions, we're going to open up the chat and we'll stick around for a little while. And we want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Again, we're here for you for anything that you need. If it's just questions, if you want guidance, I mean, that's what we're here for. There's a lot of experience in this just between me and Judy. And all we care about is, you know, what's good for you and your safe investment. So we really appreciate you guys having us. Well,
that's right. And we thank you for attending.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
For sure. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. We're free to answer anything you'd like. That way everybody else can get the answers if they have that question as well. Let me check the chat to see if there's anything in there. I think we have nothing so far. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Judy, so we have a question. They asked if they could rent out the units. Yeah, so when it comes to renting out the units, there's different things that you can do, okay? So with the short-term rentals, basically we do, thank you so much, I appreciate it, thank you. With the short-term rentals, what we can do is that there's 2 different things you can do. There's a program that the hotel has for you, where you can have a property manager on site manage it for you. That means that they do all your check-ins, they do everything for Airbnb, they put it on VRBO, all of the platforms for you, so that you're very visible, right? And it's about, just so you know, the average cost of that is about 20%. So when it comes to property management, you're looking at about 20%. Now, you could also do it on your own. If you want to have your own property manager and you want to manage it yourself, that's available as well. You're not tied to what the building has going on.
It depends on the building, though. It depends on the building. Some of them don't allow you to do it.
Correct. The majority of them allow you to do it. But again, I think the good thing would be to have the building take care of it. If something happens, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about anything. They do everything for you. So that's a great question, actually. I
Yeah.
like that. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Another thing is I want to talk about this, and I don't know if this is a question that some of you might have. When it comes to, you can block out dates. So let's say that you say, I want to come during Christmas. I want to be there during, Art Basel, something else that's going on. You can block out those dates where only you are going to reside in the property. And then they can leave it for the rest of the time for anybody else that's coming in. So you have your flexibility to stay in it whenever you want. So I want to make you guys aware of that. Let's see if anybody has any other questions. All right, we're at 7:31. I'm not getting any other questions for the moment. Again, you guys can feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information. Okay, we got another question. So how far from the beach is 1428 Brickell? So if we're talking miles, we're talking about from South Beach, we're looking at like 3 to 4 miles. So time frame from 1428 to the beach, about 15 minutes.
And you could probably ride your bike because it's very close
Yeah.
to Key Biscayne.
Yeah.
And lots of people ride their bikes through Key Biscayne.
Yep.
Maybe Miami Beach is not as convenient, but you can still ride through downtown and go through the 17th Street Bridge, or you can, which is also a beautiful scenery. It takes you into the islands over there, Venetian Islands, which is a beautiful neighborhood full of exclusive luxury homes in between Miami's downtown and the beach.
Yeah, there's great views from there. And again, you can ride your bike. I mean, it's a quick Uber ride as well if you want to do Uber. There's a trolley that also can. There's a variety of ways to get around. Miami's become much more accessible in these communities, so it's going to be easy to go from one to the other. So it's really close. So if somebody says, I want to, go to the beach, you're not going to be that far. See if anybody else has any other questions. So if you guys want to get in touch with us, so social media is a huge platform for me and for Judy as well. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm really big on those platforms. I'm always talking about projects and anything to do with Miami real estate, but also obviously you can reach out to us directly to our emails. I'm actually going to put my email in the chat if anybody wants my direct email, even though also our emails are going to be in the email that you receive after you log on to our webinar.
I think better we'll follow up with with the emails, and that'll have all our information and our contact information. And then you can schedule a time to meet with us because we are working together so that we can best help you.
I just put it in there. You'll never be alone. You guys, just in case, I put my email in there. I'm going to put my phone number in there. But just so you know, like I said, in the email that we're going to be following up with, you're going to have all of our information as well. Okay.
Dan, since you're the host, you'll have to put mine too.
I will put yours as well. Now your phone number, I don't have it memorized, believe it or not.
Well, who does? Who memorizes phone numbers these days?
What's your cell, Judy? Let's put it in there. Okay, so we have Judy's email in there, judypaladino@gmail.com. Very simple. Mine is d.horowitz15@gmail. There's Judy's phone number. There's my phone number. Again,
no, that's direct to you, so you'll have to do it for me.
Yeah, that's fine. We can, again, that's not going to be an issue at all. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you have any uncertainties, you want information for the future, any other upcoming projects that are going on, resales, where the market is headed, again, we're here to help. So I want to, again, thank you guys for everything tonight. Really appreciate you guys joining us, especially taking time out of your day for this. Thank you so much. And Judy, great job. Thank you so much for
great job, Dan.
For being my partner in this. It's been great.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys.
Evening. We'll see you guys soon.
We'll see you in Miami.
I hope so.
Bye.
Take care, guys.